You chose the Helmet Channel. Good choice. Safety first. Now you might be asking yourself, why do we wear helmets when we rock climb? Most people usually think because if you fall and you hit the ground, it'll save your life. But really anything over 60 feet, a helmet's not going to help you when you hit the ground. So, the question is then, why do we wear them? Well, when you climb in a place like Red Rocks Open Space, you have a lot of sandstone that breaks down. Those rocks break down and they fall directly on your head. It seems like a lot of rocks have homing missiles in them. So now, let's look at the mechanism of how these things work. What are you doing?
I'm going to hit Robert over here as if I am a falling rock.
Okay. And one more. Okay. That's why you wear a helmet. There's literally nothing.
Check the
Oh,
helmet.
we cracked it. We got a crack. Not bad. Okie doke. As you can see, Robert, for the most part, is completely unaffected. We hit him as hard as we could, and nothing could get to him. So that's it, Katie.
Yeah.
So might as well eat him.
Oh no, Robert.
Oh, Robert, you're so delicious.
Robert, no.
So what do you think, Katie? Is science fun?
It's delicious.
Science is not only fun, it's delicious. Let's learn about the history now, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the cat bus. Cat bus? I meant the cat bench. Now that we have learned a little bit about helmets, we have come to our cat workbench to explore a little bit more about these cool things. The cat in question is Mac. You can see she has plenty of toys for helping us understand the history of helmets. Now, here is our helmet from earlier. We pried it out of its little cage. We actually have right here. You can see the cage of the helmet looks pretty good. There's no cracks in it. There's no overall real damage to it other than just kind of some scuff marks from use. But if we look at the inner foam membrane, this is the most important part. You can see it's not completely round anymore. It's kind of dented in. Do you see that, Mac? She definitely sees that. So when we look at this, and we have a little bit of a crack right here. So when we look at helmets and how they protect us, we have to look at what they are made of. Are you interested in that, Mac? She is so interested. So, what are helmets made of? Helmets, they can be a composition of plastic, fiberglass, and polycarbonate composite. They can also be this kind of foam you'll find in a bicycle helmet, and you'll actually even see that in some climbing helmets just because it's so light and it's really good at absorbing impacts. The question next is, how do they work? Now, I mentioned the word absorbing when we look at this helmet right here. Now, helmets absorb impacts and they direct them over a larger surface area. So this foam right here, it squishes down to decrease the shock load and the impact force to your, noggin in this circumstance. They also, other than decreasing the force, they kind of distribute the force over your entire head. Now, on some helmets, you'll see these back areas. They kind of cover the back area of your head. You'll see those more on skating helmets rather than rock climbing helmets because you have more of a chance of falling backwards and hitting the back of your head. So who invented the rock climbing helmet? Helmets have been around since the dawn of man, but who really was accredited with the first climbing helmet? Well, as Mac's about to tell you, we really don't know. Helmets were such a big thing before that point, since really the dawn of mankind, that We do know that they began to show up in the late 1960s. However, they weren't used very often due to the fact that they were often conversions from motorcycle helmets of that time. So they were heavy, they were uncomfortable, and they just really weren't worth using. So finally, why are they important to climbing? Your brain is the most important thing to climbing and to living. So a lot of people you'll see don't climb with helmets, and it is a personal choice. There's no laws requiring if you climb with or without a helmet, but I like to be on the side of caution, and I'd rather wear a helmet in the circumstance that a rock gets dropped on my head. So that is the history and the science of helmets. Thank you so much. I hope you check out my other videos, and Mac appreciates your interest in the science of rock climbing.